Hey, what is up, YouTube universe? It's your girl Katie Cat here, back with another video, and this video is going to be a special one because it is going to be all about my sister Nye, because I think she really needs a video like this right now. So this is all about Nye, pretty much kind of almost like our story in a way, you know? So I guess I'm just gonna have to start from the beginning here. So it was so December of 2019, about the 15th, 16th. We still get that date wrong. It's like, no, I messaged you on this day. No, it was this day. But we just ended up saying it was the 16th. So December 16th, 2019, just scrolling through Instagram, doing my usual things, and I know the full story. I'm trying to piece wording together, so sorry about that. Yeah. So I'm on Instagram, just scrolling, doing usual things, liking pretty much the same photo every other time, and I saw that TJ Perkins posted a new photo, so I was like, yo, no, it's TJ, gotta like the photo. And I just have the tendency, sorry, I have a pillow over here, I have a little squishmallow I like to mess with. But yeah, so, and just occasionally, anytime TJ posts something, I always like to look at the comments. I rarely comment on his stuff, but I like looking at his comments just because I just want to see what everyone else says. And I saw an account, and this is her old account too, she doesn't have it anymore, and it was called, She Who Loves TJP. And I was like, yo, this person also likes TJ. Let me check out their page and see what this person's all about. And I went and it was just a whole fan page of TJ. I was like, yo, this person's awesome. So I just followed, and I liked the photo, and I commented on the photo that I liked because for those who don't know, I have Wattpad, which is a site where you can post stories, create stories, read stories. And so I had liked the photo and I commented. I was like, yo, you a fan of TJ too? So am I. If you got Wattpad, go check out my TJP story that I made called Fell in Love. And but then about a couple minutes she replied. I was like, I don't have Wattpad, but now that you take TJ, I'm interested. So I basically convinced her to get Wattpad. And from that moment, we then started direct messaging each other back and forth. And it was really, really cool. It was like, yo, this person's cool. And at this time, I didn't know her name or nothing. I didn't know it. And so so we started messaging each other, and she ended up telling me her name and everything. And so then we started creating different little scenarios that involved TJ. She's gonna hate me when this is up and she sees this. Hopefully she sees this. But we started creating different little scenarios. Oh, what if TJ was a special guest lecturer in our class, or oh, what if he was a substitute teacher? And it was getting out of hand. I'll say that. It was getting out of hand. But the funniest one we did was anything that represented TJ in a way, and the entire class knows, and they know it, he's tied to it. They just turn around, they look at you in the back of the class. You're sitting there yeah. That was the funniest part. But yeah, so we started going off of our ideas of what if he was this, what if he was that, and we created a whole story out of this. And it was so funny that at the end of it took 2 days to do this whole story, because we were just going off of each other. She was saying a dialogue, and then I was saying a dialogue, and then we would just be going back and forth. And the funny part was that I played TJ in this story. But it was funny because once you know someone very well, even if you haven't met them, you can almost think of like, okay, how are they gonna say this? How do they say that? How would he act like with this situation? How would he act in that situation? So I almost started becoming like TJ. Like I was starting to sound like him through our story. And so the story took about like 2 days to do the whole thing. And we were just like, dude, did we just create a story? Like, yo, we gotta make the story happen. Like, we gotta make this a true thing. And so eventually, I was like, all right, bet. So like, I'll screenshot all the things we just did. I'll write the whole plot and storyline. I'll create the whole thing, and I'll post it on Wattpad. And so, that's what I started to do. It took me a couple days, maybe 3 days or so. This is all within December. And so, it took me about 3 days or so to just write the whole plot down, like dialogue and everything, planning things, like who else am I gonna add into the story, what's the situation and all that kind of stuff. And I ended up calling it You Deserve the World. And so that story happened. And since we did that story, we would talk every day. And at this point in our friendship, I had like no idea who she looked like. I knew she was a girl, because she told me and everything like that. She told me her name and everything. But like I just didn't know who she looked like because she was very self-conscious with taking photos, being in photos, and I understood that. So I was like, yo, I'm not gonna pressure you. Like, it's your decision, And but I want to say 2 or so days later, after she was like, I don't do photos, self-conscious, she basically like mustered up the courage to be like, yo, let's FaceTime, like let's video call each other. So I thought that was like really big. I was like, oh my gosh, like she wants to FaceTime me, like, whoa, like, this is crazy. Like I've only known the girl for like 2 weeks or so and she wants to FaceTime me now. Whoa. But yeah, so we did that first video call. It was awesome, it was funny. We were like joking, talking about different random things. She had one of her friends over too, so I got to meet that friend. But yeah, so it was like really awesome that day, and from that day on, texting every day, video calling like every day, and while I was like still doing the whole story too. And once I had gotten to actually posting the story, some things had come up to where I had to change the main character. Not her, the other one. I feel bad, so I just said the other one. The other main character. No, yeah. So I had to change that whole thing for her, which I didn't mind doing. And I will say I am sad that I did have to end that story kind of abruptly, like only doing 14 chapters, but again, things had come up, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll stop doing the story because, I just didn't want to, like, upset her in a way, because you gotta take into considerations of your friends. So, yeah. So, I had to do that for her. I also have my TV going, sorry. But, yeah. And I mean, it did hurt me, too, because I'm like, I always complete stories, like, I can't just stop, though I do have one I have not completed yet. Whoops. Writer's block. But yeah. But it's like, but what am I trying to say? Yeah, so anyways, after I had ended You Deserve the World, I ended up creating another one for me to kind of like be like that redemption type story for me. But anyways, yeah, I mean, our friendship basically started off from a story. I was like, that's just the funny part. But, where do I want to go now with this story? That's the hard part. It's like, you plan it out, but I don't. It's hard, you know? It's always hard to talk about your friend like this. But yeah, so within kind of within the beginning of our friendship, not only did I find out that she loved wrestling, but she also loves, I should say loves, she loves K-pop, and I do too. K-pop fan right here, Army. And I found out she loved K-pop. I'm like, yo, this girl's like almost like me in a way, you know? We both love wrestling, we both love K-pop. Hey, friends. And our friendship, you know, just like grew more and more to now being a like sistership. Like we're not like now we don't have to be like, oh, it's my best friend, she's like my sister. Now it's just like, oh, yo, that's my sister. You know, people just kind of like now associate like us and everything. They're like, oh yeah, you said that's your sister. Oh, yeah. But for me, having that sister, you know, like I never thought I was ever gonna get that, you know, because my actual stepsister really doesn't like talk to us, like doesn't talk to the family and I. It's like rare you get a response out of her. And I was like cool with that, you know. It's just like, stepsister, be gone. I don't care. And brother, and like older brother, was married, lives with wife, whatever. So I'm like, only child, hey! It's like, only child, hey! So I was like, not really. I got friends, and they're just friends. There's nothing special there. It's just, they're friends, best friends, whatever. And then with Nye, it's just like, dude, that's like my sister. It's like we got so much, almost like we got almost like the same interests. Like we got things in common. And I was like, that's a sister right there, you know? And with me being like the older sister, it's like those like older sister qualities come out, you know? It's like, yeah, you're gonna have the fights, which we've had twice. Sorry, K-pop group. Yeah, so we've had the fights a couple times. Kind of like my protective side has come out a few times when it involves her, because we live like 13 hours away. I'm in Texas and she's up in Indiana, so it's like that's all I really can do, you know? It's just like sit here on my phone, which I'm using to record with, and like talk to her, like text her, like, I don't know about this person, like, this guy looks like, this person seems a little sketchy to me for like what you say. So it's like I know I can't control her and control her life, but it's almost like I do in a way, just with that protectiveness of me, which I never really thought I'd have. So it's like, I can see why. I was like, I can see why we've got to have those fights, so, sorry. But yeah. And, anytime it's like, if, like, I'm feeling bad, or she is, it's like, you try so hard to, like, cheer them up, you know? It's like, you gotta, like, try to crack a joke at least, or like send a picture of like their favorite person, like try to at least make them happy. It's kind of hard to do that with her sometimes, because again, this is the point of how do I word this. I'll just say she sometimes, when she gets in a very depressed mood, I'll reference it like that. It's like she kind of has like some like I don't want to say voices, because that's not the right word. Just she kind of has like that, like, it's almost like the angel and devil thing, like on the shoulders. Like you have the angel on one side, the devil on the other. It's kind of like that in a way. It's kind of like the angel is trying to tell her like everything that I say, is the truth and nothing but the truth, because it is, And the devil's over here like, no, she's lying. That's a lie. I don't believe what she says, Because it's like, even though like we're so far apart, I can still like feel that pain. And like I know I've never been through like the same things she's been, which is complete and utter hell that she's been through. I know I don't like relate to that in a way, or I've never really been through that, but it's like I can kind of feel the pain that you're in, It's like I might have been through that in a different way. Like I might have felt that type of pain in a different, way and experience. But with her, it's just like, dude, like I just like want to fly up there, like grab you, like basically like kidnap you and bring you all the way back here to Texas to like try to be better, try to get like the right life you should be living and not what you are, and that's what I'm saying, like it's hard for me because I can't really do much besides like text her and like try to give her encouraging words. And anytime she tells me like you shouldn't worry about me, like you should worry about yourself, you should be happy, and like, no, like I'm not gonna be happy, because it's like she's a big part of me now. Like she's a part of who I am. Like literally, like first like couple like classes in like the new semester for like my English class in college, it was like you need to like write a who am I type essay, like what makes you you. And one of the things I had said was, Nye, she makes me who I am, because she's my sister and she's a part of me, she's part of my heart. And it's like, and I said like, without her, then who am I? It's like when you have someone that's affected your life so much and something happens to them, it's like, who am I now? Like I'm now just a shell with no soul. I mean, yeah, I got all the organs working, and it's just like I have nothing to live for, So every time she tells me like, don't worry about me, you should be happy, I'm like, I'll be happy when you're happy. It's like you can tell me to be happy, but I'm not if you're the one that's hurting. Like I want to be happy with you. Because we've said multiple times that like we want to meet each other in the future. Like we actually want to like physically see each other, not just screen to screen, like actually see each other, like run to each other, hug each other, like whatever the heck we end up doing in that moment in time. It's like I want to see that day. It's like I want to be there. I want her to be there when that actually happens. Like I don't want it to be only screen and then we never get that chance, And like another part of our friendship that I want to see is that we had also planned to get the day we met like tattooed on us, and like I had drawn the design. Like pull that out. Like I had drawn the design for it because I was like, like we need to do this. It's like we've planned it before. Like, you gotta do it. Like there's not turning back. So like, I know it's backwards to you guys, but so we got 12, 16, 19, the day we met. Then there's 2 hearts, basically for us. And then we have a crown, which is actually the crown of Junior, the pop punk band. And you know, she got me into Junior. I'll say that she got me into Junior because I always heard about him, but I just never checked the song out until she was like, "Yo, you need to," and I did. I gave in on that, so I fell into that hole, fell into that little rabbit hole. But yeah, so we were gonna get the Junior crown tattoo because she had it tattooed on her originally on her hand, but her mom kind of made her remove it because her mom doesn't remember, because her mom didn't remember that she gave her permission to do it, and she had paid for it too. Her mom paid for it, not her. But yeah, so we planned to do that too, and I mean, even if something bad happened, God forbid that does not happen, I'm still gonna get a tattoo, because that will then be a remembrance piece. I don't know where I would get it. I don't know where I keep pointing to my arm for some reason. That would just be it. That would be my piece to remember. That's my sister. This is the day we met, and that was the best day of my life. You know. So what else should I say about her? Because it's all about her, though. It's always the hard part. You don't know what else to say. There's so much to say about her. Oh, gosh. There's so much in my head I want to say, but it's what do I say and what do I not say? I mean, I guess I can still kind of go on that topic, you know? Because last night, she was kind of feeling bad, stuff on her end was happening that I can't say or won't say. And, I was basically telling her, I'm well, now that you're, feeling this, now I'm feeling this. I'm you're my, like I said again, you're my heart. It's without you, I have nothing. And, she was trying to, flip it on me, because she's trying to flip it on me. She's no, don't say that. TJ's your whole heart. I was F that. I was F him. He can move to the back because, my sister needs me, more than ever. TJ can wait. You are my priority. Because, she is. She's my priority. And I know with, when I talked to one of her friends before, she was saying, her friend had said that she sometimes feels bad when she, messages me or, calls me, because she thinks, she's interrupting something that, I'm doing in my house. Or, whatever, I'm doing outside. It's I do nothing. She knows I do nothing. Pretty much. I stay in my room, I go to school, and I go to work. And that's it. That's the repeated triangle is home, school, work, back. So, I know, obviously I told her friend, I was well, she's obviously lying because, I always, every time I'm bored, I check the time, I'm okay, it's 12, I was okay, it's 12:30 to me, well, it's 1:30 to her, because she's an hour ahead. Alright, so I got, 30 plus minutes until, she's home and, she messages me, because, that's always, the best part of, my day, even when I'm at school for a long time, about, 2 o'clock at least, I turn my phone on from airplane mode. I'm okay, gotta wait for a message, ding, Instagram, no, it's a group chat, dang, that's not what I wanted. I'm waiting, kind of waiting like a puppy almost, okay, where's the text, ding, yay, like she texted, you know? And like, this is how like committed I am to her. Like, when she had gotten her new wrestling shirts, her Lacey Evans and Rhea Ripley shirt, I was like on my lunch break at school, and she was like, my shirts came in, like, I gotta message you. And I had forgotten my headphones in my car, so I'm in like a nice warm building. It's like 45 degrees outside. I'm like, well, I want to see these shirts. Like, I want to see how happy it makes her. So I'm like, gotta make that sacrifice. So I literally go out in 45-degree weather, cold as heck in Texas, and I like sit on the concrete. My hair is down, wind's blowing. It's just like blowing my hair everywhere. But I'm like and that was one of the things I told him. Like, I hope you realize that I'm sitting out here in like 40-degree weather, in the cold, in the freezing winds, to see you open these shirts. So I'm like sitting with my phone in my hand. I'm like shivering. I got wind blowing all over the place with my hair. I'm like, but like it passed time too, because my one of my classes didn't start till like 2:30, and it was about 2. So I gotta spend time with her for like 30 minutes on chat. But yeah, but it's like, I don't know, I said it multiple times to her, it's like, I make sure that I have time to talk to her, you know? And like, I also know it's bad to like text and drive, but they never said anything about having your phone on speaker and driving. Because I'll admit I have done that. Like, okay, I know what you're probably thinking, like, oh, that's bad too. Like, don't do that. That's against the rules. Like, that's against the law. But, like, I got a cup holder right next to me. We on video chat. So it's like, set her in the cup holder. Still focus on the road. But, like, anytime I'm at, like, a stoplight, I'm, like, glancing down at her, like, looking, you know, like, slow in conversation. And I know to her, she's like, oh, wait, you're driving. Oh, crap, that was a bad time. Like, no. like, I got nothing better to do. I listen to my YouTube playlist. Like, I got nothing better to do on my drive home, which is like an hour. Yes, I drive like an hour from here to school. College life. Yay. But yeah, so, like, I take time out of my ever busy day to talk to her. Like, she's even like called me one day when I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Yeah, okay. Yeah, she called me one morning when I was at work, cause like she like needed it. Like, she just like, I forgot what the situation was for her, but I had I had walked into work, clocked in. I talked to her for about like 30 minutes or more, and like she was like saying like, she's like, oh my gosh, I forgot you're at work right now. Like, I shouldn't be doing, like, I shouldn't have called you. Like, I'm sorry. And like blah blah blah, like apologize. I'm like, there's not a lot of dogs back there. It's probably like 5 kennels worth. Like, you obviously need me more than these dogs do. Like, if the dogs got to, they can just go on the concrete or whatever. I'll clean it up later. So it's like that. It's like, even if I'm like at work, like, I at least try to like at least squeeze in like a few minute video call or like a few texts if I'm not doing a thing, which I know is also bad. But when a sister needs you, a sister needs you. You know? So yeah, so it's like I've been through it all almost with her. You know, like, I've been through the thick and thin. I've basically been with her through heaven and hell, the good and the bad, you know, so it's You know, so like that's what I'm saying. Like if something happens to her, then I feel like something is bound to happen to me. You know, because I hate seeing her hurt. I hate seeing her like in pain, kind of. It's like at the end of the day, like you want that person you care about to be, you know, happy and healthy and, you know, laughing and living life, you know, to the fullest. Because like she has basically like my dream job, you know, and because like since I watched WWE since I was like 10, you know, like I had that dream, like I had that goal of like I want to be like I want to be a WWE superstar. But, you know, like growing up, and like people would always ask me like, oh, what do you want to do when you go to college? Like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Like as a kid, you would say like, oh, I want to be a pro wrestler. It's like, oh, it's like that's a cute thing, that's a cute dream. Like I know you'll be there someday. Because like the older you got, like the older I got, like about middle school and stuff, it's like, okay, no, when people ask me like, what do I want to be for like when I grow up, or like what do I want to do for college, and I was like, well, I also can't say pro wrestling because that seems that seems impossible to me now. And people are gonna be like, oh, that's a nice kid dream, but like, what are you actually gonna do? You know? So I always, every time when like people would ask me like, oh, what do you want to do for college? Like, what's your major gonna be? I don't know. Like I don't know yet, and like they're always like, oh, it's okay. Not a lot of people know. It's like you'll find something that you like that like intrigues you. Yeah, really, none of those intrigue me. Like I've said, like kinesiology to be a coach. That really doesn't sound fun to me anymore. Like photographers, beginning photographers really don't make much. And it's like, oh, I could, you know, maybe have a career in dance. But I'm barely doing that now. Because I just, like, I have a lot of stuff saved for that, but it's like, do I really want to feel like I really don't feel like learning a new choreo or something like that. Because, like, ever since I met Nye, and, like, she had told me that, you know, she started training for wrestling at, like, 8. I'm like, yo, that is insane. I never heard of an 8-year-old training to be a pro wrestler. I've heard, like, 13-year-olds and all that kind of stuff. Maybe, like, a 10, but, like, 8? What the heck? I'm trying not to curse here. What the heck? But it's like, since, like, I've known her and, you know, she's a signee at the, you know, performance center, and, like, she's done a couple matches for WWE, it's like, dude, like, she's basically living my childhood dream. If she's been doing that at 8, like, I can still do this. Like, I can still, like, achieve this goal. I can achieve this dream that I've had since 10 years old, and I'm almost 19. So it's like I've had this dream for about 9 years. I never really like acted on it, you know. So like I'm been trying to at least look into like some wrestling schools in the Texas area, which are far as heck, like San Antonio, Houston, Austin, I forgot where else. Places I've never really heard of. Yeah, it's like, maybe I can, you know, in a way. And, you know, and the funny part is like, I'm also in a speech class in college, and we have an upcoming speech, and it's like it's a speech on, like, your career. And I'm like, yo, I can do this. Like, this is where I can, like say something about this. You know, so, like, I chose, you know, sports entertainment. I chose the branch of pro wrestling, you know? So I'm, like, gonna mention, like being a wrestler itself, like, being an in-ring competitor, and, like, managing and, like, producers, creative, like all the things you know see, or like at least of backstage. And one of the things that I had to talk about in the speech is like why I choose it, like why I chose it. And so I kind of like so I'm gonna like weave in like Nye's story with it, you know, because I think it's like it's a good thing to say, because I know when I tell people like she began training at like 8 years old, everyone in my class is gonna be like, what? Like, that's insane. You said 8? Hold up. Like, it's like, whoa. You know? So it's like having Nye, you know, now, and having her as a sister, and, you know, being there for me and vice versa, it's like she's like reignited that fire for me to like do like wrestling. Like, I know it sounds probably bad, but like I never really like told my mom like I kind of want to do this now. It's kind of like if I, you know, graduate from college, which is a junior college, like I want to find a school. Like I want to find a wrestling school, you know. Like I want to find something at least, because to her it's like, because anytime I mention something that involves like wrestling, at least it's always like, oh, it's because of Nye, or like it's because like Nixon's doing it. Well, I mean, yeah, kinda, but like I've had this dream basically since I was like 10, and like it's always like, you know, I'm kind of like almost like that curious cat. It's like in school I was like, okay, like in high school I was like, all right, I've done cross country, I've done basketball, like volleyball and softball sounds stupid. I've done soccer. Like, what's another sport I can at least try? In like our school, or our high school and stuff in my town doesn't do wrestling, you know, like they don't got like no like wrestling teams like big colleges or schools do. So like now it's kind of like that. It's like I tried all these like basic sports in high school, maybe try my hand at wrestling and see how that goes, and if I like it, keep going. If I thought this was a somewhat of a terrible idea, at least I tried it, you know, and I gotta have that experience. I gotta have that feel of the ring, you know? So it's like, it's almost like I can't do anything without her, you know? You know, like she's impacted me majorly. It's like anytime she's like in a really bad mindset, it really hurts me, and like I'll get like literally because of it, like I've cried twice. I've shaken like really badly because of like the crying, and it's just like I can't lose her. I can't afford this, you know. And it's like we've like planned all like so much, and like you impacted me so much. I need her here. Like I need you here, you know. So I really think that's all I could say about her, that I feel like I can say about her, you know, because I said I can't really give too much away. I can't say too much, you know, but it's like this whole video idea was hers, so it's like, gotta act on it, because like she kind of needs this. So I guess I'll start ending it by doing a message to her. So here it goes. How do I start this? Nye, my dear, lovely sister that I care for so much, and I always do. You have given me a new start, in a way. Like, you've given me the best life I could be living. And I know I've said it so many times, both on here and Instagram. You are my world. You are my heart. And without you, I don't know who I would be and what I would do without you, because without you, I fall to pieces. Junior reference. If I had never, like, went through TJ's comment section that day, and, like, I had never messaged you that day, then I would have missed out on all this that we've shared and we've been through. Like, I would have missed all this. Like, I would still be living the lonely, single teenage life, not really getting to know what having a sister is like. You know, that actually cares and will listen, and vice versa. So I just thought that doing this video for you on today, on this Monday morning, about 8, 9 o'clock maybe? 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock to me. What do I say? That was my train of thought. Just know that I love you, that you're my world, you are my heart. I'm basically going over the same words I just said. Yeah, so you're my world, you're my heart. I fall to pieces without you. You've shown me a lot. You've basically taught me a lot within the world of wrestling that I didn't think I knew, or I just didn't know the full story on. I will always be here for you, for the good and the bad, the happy and the sad. And getting to talk to you every day has always been always the best times of my life, because I get to hear about your day, which I know always sounds really bad. But like I told you before, like, you're closer to spring break, you're closer to summer, like, you're not gonna have to see those people again for a while. And I'll always be your rock, your support when your other sister is busy or asleep, because we know. And I would be lost without you. because without you, I'm just a sad song. Because you mean everything to me. And I know to that little devil on your shoulder, it may sound untrue, but I've always told you the truth and nothing but the truth. You know it. So, if you ever feel bad again, you know I'm here. And you have this video to go back on and watch. You know? So, I will see you later. Today, I'll be waiting for that message, waiting for that call, because you never bother me, because I do nothing. And I will always be happy when you're happy, and I'll be sad when you're sad, and I'll be mad when you're mad, because we're on that same wavelength, because you're my sister, and we have that connection. And I love you to the moon and back, or to the galaxies and back, because you're my world. You're my universe. You're my heartbeat. Because I fancy you. Because you're my sister. For life. No matter what. You're for life. I know it's hard to tell with this lighting, but my eyes are trying to get watery, so I think to spare myself from letting one fall, from letting a tear fall, this is where I'm gonna end it, and this is where I'm posting it, because you need it, because, again, you're my world, and we're for life. For life.